Story time, so sit down, grab some popcorn, and listen up. In a faraway kingdom, there was a lion pride that ruled it. Now the lion pride was really cool with a leopard prow. And these leopards would give the lions whatever they want. They had the energy, the willingness to do whatever the lion pride wants so that they can continue enjoying the fruits of the kingdom. Also who resided in this kingdom was a sounder of hogs, a group of hogs, and a flock of chicken. Lots of chicken and lots of hogs. Now the chickens were at the bottom of the food chain. And so a lot of times the lion and the leopards love to mess with the chickens. Now at first the sounder of hogs were not okay with everyone messing with the chickens. But then the lion pride and the leopards pulled the hogs aside. They said these flock of chickens are doing the most. They're destroying the habitats. They're flying around doing whatever they want. We need hogs like you to watch them, to pay attention to their movements, to question everything that's going on with them. We need you to keep the chickens in line. And we will not mess with you. You know what? We'll give you housing. We'll go harvest some grain for you. All you have to do is monitor the chickens, because guess what? You're better than them. You're superior. So after a while, the hogs believed the lion and the leopards, and they started regulating the chickens. They would watch wherever they moved. They would harass them for no reason. They would yell at them. They would call them lazy. They would do all these things because to them, they were superior. Now the chickens would tell the hogs, hey, you need to stop messing with us. You're the better meal, okay? One day they're gonna come for you. The hogs laughed. They would never come for us because you are inferior. They just want chicken. They give us plenty of food and authority to keep you guys in line. Now every so often, a leopard would forget the deal that the lions made for the hog. So the leopards would go after the hogs. And a lot of times the chicken would run in front of the hogs and say, no, don't do that, putting their whole lives on the line. And still, even after the chickens did that, the hogs would still be very terrible to the chickens. So one day, a chicken was passing a mountain. Let's just call it Ancestors. So as the chicken was passing Mount Ancestors, it noticed a hole big enough just for that chicken to get through. So he was curious. He went into the hole, and it was this large empty space. He had never seen this empty space before. So he ran out of the hole and told all the chickens, hey, at Mountain Ancestors, there's a tiny hole that only we could fit. So if we all go into that mountain and sit inside of the mountain, we will be protected by Mount Ancestor. So he said, let's go. And a lot of chickens followed him to Mount Ancestor and went down that tiny little hole and got into this big room and sat down. Now the hogs were perplexed. They were looking around and they couldn't find damn near all the chicken. Well, there was one chicken that was left behind that was salty with the other chickens. So that chicken went and told the hogs, hey man, they're over there at Mount Ancestors. They found a hole and they all went through the hole. So the hogs went to see what was going on, and they put their eye in that little hole and they see the chickens. Some were sitting, some were dancing, using their wings like a fan. Some were standing next to each other, dancing in a line. Some were laughing and some were telling stories. I mean, the chickens were just minding their business inside of a cave at Mount Ancestor. So now the hogs had to go back and report to the lions that, hey, the chickens are inside of a mountain that me, nor you, nor the leopards can get through. And the lion smiles and giggles. Your point? And the hog said, well, what are you gonna do? You need those chickens, don't you? Aren't they your favorite meal? So the lions look down at the hogs and they all start to laugh. Who told you our favorite meal were the chickens? The hogs looked at each other and said, well, didn't you want us to make sure that we kept your chickens straight? Didn't you keep us filled and fat with all the grains that you gave us so that we can keep the chickens in line? And the lion said, our favorite meal is not chickens. Our favorite meal is hogs. And now that the chickens have left, but you have been fattened from working for us, we're going to enjoy our favorite meal, bacon. So the lions and the leopards converge onto the hogs, and they all start scattering everywhere. And one of the hogs ran to Mount Ancestor and screamed through the hole, "Hey man, they're coming for us. Are you gonna come out and help?" So the chickens responded back, "For generations you watched them eat us. You watched them terrorize our family, steal our eggs. We told you that you were the better meal. And as long as we stay in the Ancestor Mountain, we are protected. Only when the mountain tells us to leave, that's when we'll leave. But until then, we'll be in here, living our best life, playing with our fans." I just made up that story just now. Hope you enjoyed. Remember, diversity equal power. We could change the world when we work together and protect Black women.